Hello, hello, hello. And this is the Squier Classic Vibe Starcaster. There you go. It's a lovely electric guitar, and it's not one I ever thought I'd purchase, but I saw one. I think a demo came up in my suggestions on the YouTube, and I thought, wow, that's an interesting looking instrument. There'd been a reissue of these on the Fender brand maybe about 5 years ago, which completely passed me by. So when I saw it, I thought, oh, I've not tried one like this with a chambered body, F-holes. It's almost semi-acoustic, he says. You can hear that, see? It's quite a loud sound for a supposedly electric guitar. So I picked one up with the intention of seeing what it was like. So yeah, we could talk specs, because everybody likes specs, don't they? You like your specs. It is a laminated maple body with gloss polyurethane with cream binding, and the binding's really good. The neck is a maple neck, C shape, 22 frets, bone nut, though I don't know if it's a synthetic bone. It says it's bone, but it looks synthetic bone to me, so I don't know. Scale length of 25.5 inches, 9.5 inch fingerboard radius, narrow tall fret size, and it's got some two wide-ranging Squier pickups, but more of that in a minute. And what else have we got here? An adjustomatic bridge. Reminds me of Gibson's, you know, of Les Pauls going on down here. And we have skirted knobs. And who doesn't like a skirted knob now and again? 3-ply back. You should never laugh at your own jokes, should you really? Force of habit. And yeah, and I love on the, I'm reading this from the Fender website, it's got a legal notice warning, cancer and reproductive harm warning. I don't know if that's from the strings or from the body, but yeah, this is on the Squier range, which people tend to think of it being like budget, and it is a budget range, but I can't express enough just how lovely this guitar is. From the finish itself, again, if I hold it up, you can see. I mean, look at that, and the neck. You would never believe. This neck, I mean, it's glossy, which it's my first glossy neck. I've never had a glossy neck before, but it's incredibly fast, and the action is really low. Set up perfectly out of the box, you know, which was surprising. And for a budget Squier guitar, this feels very deluxe. It feels very Fenderish. Not that I played the Fender version, but you know, I've got a Squier Bass 6 copy, which, you know, is nice enough, but you can feel it's a little bit, you know, rough and ready. But this, there's no rough fret edges. The frets are lovely. Like I say, I can't expound enough just how fine the fretwork is. And you've got the old vintage tuners, which I'm a big fan of. I like those. So what I'm going to do, I've got it plugged into Bias FX 2, and we're going to see what it sounds like. I mean, the pickups are okay. I mean, for people who are pedantic about those things, I can imagine you might want to swap these out for something with a bit more grunt. But for me, I like them because I bought it for the variety of tone, because I'm usually using the single coils, and to have twin humbuckers like this I don't really have in the collection, so this is something different for me. But yeah, it's an interesting guitar. I really like it. Never thought I would, but I do like it. So I'm going to put the old headphones on, and we're going to see what it sounds like. Now this is what's called the acoustic-like sound from Bias FX 2. On the centre, that's the bridge, and that's on the front, as you can hear. I think it's got a lovely tone to it. But now you want some heavier tones. So let's pull up something with a bit of, here we go, British dirt. That woke you up. So this is the neck pickup. This is both of them. And this is the bridge. And again, if we roll off the tone, now something a bit more grungy, it says. And you can use that as a kill switch if you want. You can turn one of the pickups off. Which is good fun. What interested me was is you do cut off if you have both of them pulled down to 0. Of course, nothing. But if you put the I can't remember which one it is now. Is it the bridge or the neck? Only the bridge comes back. You can't. The neck pickup's dead unless you switch it to the which is a bit odd. But that's just the way it is. It's a little bit of an oddity there, but you know, it still sounds good though. I mean, there's a variety of tones you can get from it. Who fancies a bit of wah guitar? aggressive. It's not all mild stuff. So yeah, I mean, I really like it. There's a variety of tones you can draw out of the instrument. Let's have some delay. Ignore the duff notes. I'm still getting used to the feel of it because I'm not used to such a fast neck. It's quite interesting. So yeah, there you have it. It's a really great instrument for the money, and you can actually attach a tremolo to this. There are third party tremolo units that you can add to the bridge. I think it's called a Les Trem. So you can even add a tremolo, which is really clever. So yeah, this is it certainly is a different instrument. Not used to it, but I like it. I've been recording with it and really enjoying it, and enjoying just how fast the neck is. Though I've still got to get used to it because it is so glossy and so slippery that my fingers fly off of it. So that's a thing you've got to watch out for. But again, if you're in the market for something like this, and again, it's a completely different body shape and style of guitar, for Fender or Squier, and I really like the groovy headstock with its painted black edge there. I just love it. I think it's really, really cool, and I didn't think I'd like it. I thought it was a bit far out there for me to get, but no, I really like it. And I think for the money, and I got this for, well, I mean, there's no point in me talking about the price because you could be watching this in another country, but check your local regions, because it's fantastic value. It's a fantastic value guitar. The quality of the neck alone is something to really talk about. And the finishing, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. I mean, the binding's perfect. I love the flame, I love the colour of it. The knobs are the only thing I find. I think they feel a little bit cheap. They need a little bit more heft, a little bit more weight to them. They feel cheap, and yeah, and I don't like it that it's got Squier written on the pickups. That's just I like them to be plain. That's just an OCD thing. I don't like it when it's got Fender written. I think the Fender version had Fender written on them, but I like the humbucker plates to be just bare. So that's a niggle, but other than that, I think it's an absolutely delightful, fantastic instrument. And again, if you look at that, again, I don't think the camera really does it justice, but it is just, for the price, I think it's just such a great instrument, and I think there's such a variety of tones you can get from it, which makes it a worthy guitar to consider if you're in the market for it. I mean, again, I imagine for some folks it's not for them, but if you missed out on the Fender Starcaster reissue from about 5-6 years ago, this is worth picking up. And there's also an even cheaper version. There's the Affinity range, which is even cheaper, but again lacks some features. This is the top of the end Rolls Royce one, and they come in a variety of colours and finishes too, so do check them out. There might be one there that takes your fancy if you don't like this colour and finish. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it. Thought it was a really good guitar. Thought I'd show it off, and hopefully you'll forgive my fluffed playing, because like I say, this neck is, I'm not used to such a low action and such a slippery. I mean, I'm not making excuses, but it is such a flyaway neck that I just find myself fluffing up on it all the time. But it's I know, it just feels really nice. That's it. That's what you want. That's what you want from a guitar that feels nice. And yeah, thank you for watching. My name's been Darren. Like, I've been talking about the Fender Starcaster. That's not Fender, the Squier Starcaster. Got to get it. Feels like a Fender. That's the thing, and it does say designed by Fender on the headstock, which is nice. See, there you go. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I'm really surprised by the quality. They've really upped the game with this guitar, and yeah, I think it could be a nice little collectible one day. So that's it. Thank you for watching. There's only one more thing left to say, and that is ta-da.